WANO arc is shaping to be one of the best arcs in One Piece, and the story has made us more interested and more invested in the One Piece story. The flashback that we were introduced to gave us a lot of insight to what happened in the past. It showed us who Roger was and how powerful he was in his prime. It showed us how powerful Whitebeard was also in his prime. So, WANO and the way the story is moving on has just been amazing. So, we know the alliance is currently on Onigashima to face up against Kaido and his forces. In this video, I compare potential matchup that could occur between the alliance and the alliance on Kaido's side. So, which people are present for the alliance on the Straw Hat side? We have the Straw Hat Pirates, we have the Hat Pirates, we have the Kid Pirates, we have the Kozuki clan, we have the Mink tribe, we have the Yakuza, we have the Yoshiro family, we have the Thieves, we have we have the Kozuki clan supporters, and we have a lot of people who are planning on having revenge back on Kaido for what he has done to Wano. And on Kaido's side, we have the Beast Pirates, we have the Kurozomi clan, which is Orochi per se, we have Big Mom Pirates, we know they're about to form an alliance, we have the All-Stars, we know how powerful these All-Stars are, we have the Nuwabashu, they're also not pushovers, we have the Sweet Commanders, Big Mama's children, we have the Headliners, we also have the Flying Six, or the Tobiropo, we have the Gifters, the Pleasures, and the Waiters. Then we have the Numbers. Then there's Apu and Kanjuro. So there are a lot of happening and fractions happening currently at WANO. A lot of things is gonna be crazy. And this battle is gonna make the One Piece story so exciting and bring about a lot of reviews and a lot of theories that Oda is not ready for. So let's start with the Straw Hat Pirates. Who do I think they'll face off against? So, I'm starting with the Weakling Trio. You know, the Weakling Trio are no pushovers, but they are not as strong as the rest of the crew. Usopp, Nami, and Chopper both have the potential to be strong, powerful individuals, but due to their character and what Oda has intended to do with their characters in the story, it makes them the Weakling Trio among the Straw Hat. Nami recently acquired Zeus, and we know how powerful Zeus was at Whole Cake Island. Zeus was able to knock down Big Mama and slow Big Mama down and help the Straw Hat to escape from Whole Cake Island. Chopper also took an attack from Big Mama on Whole Cake Island and still survived. So they are not pushovers, but they are not as strong as the rest of the crew. Usopp, on the other hand, now has observation haki. He's looking more confident, even though he's still a scared little pirate. He's looking more confident than he was in the previous arc. So who do I think they'll face among the Kaido alliance? So I have them facing off against a few of the waiters. No, I have them facing up against the Numbers. The Numbers are the most scary looking squad among the Kaido alliance. And we know that Usopp, Chopper, and Nami defeating scary looking individuals like this will make their power so great. And that will be classic Oda, because you know, if the most frightening members of the alliance are able to defeat the most scariest looking members of the other alliance, it's gonna make a lot of sense. So I do think Usopp, Nami, and Chopper are facing off against the Numbers. Since the Numbers are kind of senseless and are raw animals, I'm sure Usopp is going to lie his heart out and probably in the end put them, allow them to work for him. So Usopp is going to lie in this arc so much that it's gonna blow up. Usopp is just crazy to think about. Nami, with the power of Zeus, can knock out one of these Numbers, and I'm sure she's gonna be more formidable than she was at Whole Cake Island, getting to master Zeus more than she had at Whole Cake Island. And we know the weather at Wano is a little bit different from the weathers in the New World. It has a lot of weather, which could be happening at the same time. So Nami being able to control all this kind of weather would give her a great power boost. So I do think Nami, Usopp, and Chopper are facing off against the Numbers, who are seen as monsters. And we know Chopper monster point is to fight or face off against monsters. So I do think it just makes sense for them to go up against the Numbers, who are literally monsters. So right after them, I have Robin, Brooke, and Frankie, who are in the middle of the Straw Hat. So I could see Robin facing off against Black Maria of the Flying Six. We know she's a giant, and Robin's Devil Fruit allow her to generate giant arms and giant legs. This will make sense for Robin to face off against someone as powerful as this. Robin is not to be underestimated in any way. Oda has nerfed her character a little bit, but she is still a powerful opponent with a kind of broken Devil Fruit. So a battle between Robin and Black Maria makes a lot of sense to me. Then Frankie, I could see Frankie face off against Page One. Page One, so Oda likes his history, and a robot fighting off against a dinosaur, that would just make a lot of sense. So I do think Frankie is gonna face off against Page One of the Flying Six or the Tobiropo. Brook is a funny one. Brook is a very powerful opponent, but we don't know how his Devil Fruit works and to the extent that his power works. So I do think Brook is facing off against wait, who do I think? No, not Sakazaki, not who is who. I do think Brook is facing off against Alti. We know Brook can fight a lady, and he's gonna ask Alti to make him see her panties. So that's gonna happen. So I do see Brook facing off against Alti. Their character kind of matches. Brook is the guy who talks a lot, and Alti looks like the girl who is willing to speak up. So it's gonna be a nice matchup between Brook and Alti. So now I go to the monster trio themselves. These people are gonna fight more than one individuals in this arc. Zoro is gonna fight at least 2 strong opponents in Wano. Luffy is gonna fight at least 2 strong members in Wano. Each and every member of the monster quartet is gonna face off against at least 2 strong opponents. So Sanji is gonna face off against X Drake. Even though X Drake is kind of a Marine who is a double agent, we know if push comes to shove and he sees there's no way that the alliance is winning, he could go back and be on the side of Kaido and the Pirate Alliance. But in case X Drake does not defect and is still on the side of Kaido, I do think he will face off against Sanji. This was kind of shown when Yasu was being murdered. We get to see Sanji face off against X Drake. So that makes a lot of sense if that happened in the story. So if X Drake literally defects from Kaido's alliance and join the Straw Hat Alliance, then I do see Sanji facing off against Queen. Queen is an Okama, and he is the third strongest member of the Beast Pirate. He's part of the All-Stars, and we know the history Sanji has with the Okamas. He spent 2 years with the Okamas, and it was hell for Sanji. So a battle between Queen and Sanji will be amazing, and both are into technology, and the Red Suit helps Sanji fight, and we know the Red Suit is made out of technology, and as long as Queen likes technology, a battle between Queen and Sanji would make a lot of sense. So Zoro is facing off against Ken. I do think Ken is the final Zoro is going to face off against. But before that, I do see Zoro facing off against Who is Who. The possibility of Who is Who facing off against Zoro is amazing, because Who is Who is also a swordsman, and he's the only Flying Six who is looking so badass that it makes sense to face off against Zoro. And this could push Zoro to even show us more about his improvement, because after the 2-year training time skip, Zoro has not been pushed to the limit. He has always defeated opponents with little ease, and nothing about his fight in New World have been interesting in any way. So a battle between Who is Who, a former captain, is gonna be amazing to see, and it's gonna make Zoro look even more powerful than it is. Right? Who I do see Zoro facing off against Ken. Ken is the right hand man of Kaido, and Zoro has to defeat him to gain that status of being the right hand man of the future pirate king. You know he has to get strong in order to face off against Mihawk. So that's gonna happen for sure. That one, I ain't gonna lie. So Luffy versus Jack is gonna happen. Back on the main tribe island, we get to see, back on Zoro, we get to see Luffy say that he will want to fight with Jack. And I know Oda is gonna make this so amazing. Luffy has been training his armament haki, and we know how powerful Jack is. His endurance is crazy. He fought the 2 main leaders for 5 days and still survived battling them day after night without resting. So I do think Luffy is gonna face off against Jack to show us the improvement he has made. He's gonna defeat Jack low diff, and that's gonna show that Luffy has even gotten much more stronger after going into the prison. Right after Jack, I see Luffy facing off against Kaido. Kaido is the main bad villain. I don't think people will fight with Kaido in this battle, because If Big Mama and Kaido fight as one, there's no way the alliance is defeating these two Yonko. But Luffy is gonna fight with Kaido because there's some kind of beef with Kaido. And there could be a possibility of Luffy fighting against Queen. In the latest chapter of One Piece, we get to see Luffy pissed at them wasting food, and we see Queen DJing the party. So there's a possibility of Luffy facing off against Queen right away and defeating Queen so easily that it's gonna be crazy to think about. Yes, so now we have Jinbe. Jinbe is the remaining straw hat. I do see Jinbe facing off against Sasaki. Sasaki looks like a fishman, and their designs are amazing. They both have similar face, their teeth look similar, so a battle between two fishmen will make a lot of sense. If Jinbe doesn't fight Sasaki, that will also make a lot of sense because he doesn't want to fight other fishmen. He's always fighting for the right of fishmen, so he fighting a fishman will kind of go up against his ideology. So Jinbe and Sasaki will be an amazing fight, and we know Jinbe is no pushover. Jinbe is a strong fighter. He joining the Straw Hat Pirate has just made their crew the strongest pirate crew among the West generation. We saw Law and Kid reactions to Jinbe. They were like, a warlord joining the Straw Hat is crazy. So Jinbe is not been decimated in any way. I do see Jinbe facing off against Sasaki. If Sasaki is still on the Kaido and Big Mama Pirate Alliance squad, so that would be a possible fight for Jinbe. Right after that, I could see Sanji, Zoro, Jinbe, and the rest of the Straw Hats face off against Kaido. We know this one was foreshadowed when the fight with Moria happened. We know the Straw Hats came together to form kind of a robot to face off against Moria. So this could make a lot of sense. They could all come together to face off against Kaido, who is the strongest creature in the world. It is stated 1-on-1 bet on Kaido, so they need a lot of strong fighters to face off against Kaido. So the four main characters I see who will face off against Kaido would be Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, and Jinbe. Jinbe could face off against Big Mama because of the history Big Mama has with Jinbe and the Sand Pirate. I don't know what happened with Jinbe and his crew, but it's not been stated yet, so we have to wait to see what will happen after those chapters. So right after that, I move to the Hat Pirates. The Hat Pirates will be the doctors on the battlefield. They will be treating injuries and making sure the rest of the alliance actually don't get injured in any way, because we know Law and Apu and Beppo are the only ones who are strong on the crew. Jimbat could be considered a strong fighter, but we've not seen a lot from him after the 2-year training skip. So I do think Law's crew is going to provide assistance on the battlefield and ensuring that anyone who is injured gets treatment and everything to continue fighting in the battle. Right after that, we move to the Kid Pirate. Kid is going to face off against Apu. We know Apu betrayed Kid alliance with him and Hawkins. So Apu is gonna face off against Kid. That's just stated. Brook might face off against Apu, but I do think Kid is gonna face up against Apu. That makes a lot of sense. Back at Sabahodi, they had a little beef, and that made they wanted to kill each other till they were stopped by XJ. So I do think Apu is gonna face off against Kid. I could see Kid facing off against Queen because it will be possible that Queen was the one who made Killer the way he is. And we know how pissed Kid is with the Beast Pirates for turning Killer into this guy who laughs all the time. We know Kid hates his laughter. So Killer and Kid might face off against Apu, then go face off against Queen of the All-Stars. That could happen. Also, I could see Kid face off against Esdrick. If Esdrick kind of comes in his way, he's gonna fight against Esdrick. Hawkins also betrayed Kid and his alliance, so there could be beef there. We could see the Kid Pirate face off against Hawkins and his members. Right after that, we have the Kozuku clan. So Denjiro is gonna kill Orochi. He is the one who's supposed to kill Orochi. He has been serving the man who killed his boss for 20 years, and he had to protect this man just to wait for the right time to attack. So I do think Denjiro is the one who is gonna attack Orochi mainly. And before that, Kinemon, the captain of the Red Scabbers, Kinemon is going to face off against Kanjuro. This has already been foreshadowed in the past chapters. So a battle between Kinemon and Kanjuro is going to be amazing. And in this fight, there are going to be a lot of emotions brought up. Kanjuro might have a change of heart, but Kinemon and Kanjuro is going to happen. The remaining Red Scabbers are heading to Orochi and Kaido's castle. I could see Raizo facing off against the ninja. And we know the ninjas are powerful, but Raizo seems to be the strongest ninja currently at WANO. Fukurokuji would not defeat Raizo in a battle. But due to the numbers of the Ninja Alliance on Wabashu, I do think Raizo and a few of the Red Scabbers who face off against this ninja, defeat them, and move on to face Kaido, Orochi, and probably stronger opponent of the Beast Pirate. The headliners for sure will be going up against the Ming tribe. They are not as strong as the other members of Kaido's crew, but they will give the Ming tribe, it will be an equal power scaling between the Ming tribe and the headliners. We know they are powerful opponents, but as compared with the other members, there's no way they're going to defeat other members like Luffy, Zoro, and this. So I do think the Ming tribe is going to face off against the headliners. The Ming tribes will show their true power because there's a full moon happening on the night of the battle, and once that happens, we get to see the Mings transform into their true form, and that's just going to be deadly. They're going to be killing a lot of people on the battlefield. All enemies they're going to be killing them easily. So that's going to happen. Then the Yakuza and the Yoshiro family and the Kuzuki clan supporters are going to face off against the remaining members of the alliance. The top dogs have all been taken out by the stronger members of the alliance. So I do think the Yakuza and the Yoshiro family and the 4,000 remaining soldiers are going to face off against these. They're going to face off against the alliance members who have not been mentioned yet. Those weaker members of the alliance, the headliners, the gifters, the pleasures, the waiters. That's going to be a good fight for the supporters of the Kozuku clan. So that's going to make a lot of sense. But we are now left with Big Mama and her commander. Big Mama, I doubt, is going to fight with Kaido. They might make an alliance, but I'm sure Big Mama is planning to betray Kaido in a way. Either Big Mama kills Kaido or Big Mama kind of escapes from the island. The Marines would be arriving in this war. We know S. Drake is a double agent and he works as a sword agent, the captain of the sword group. So the Marine could help in dealing with the Big Mom pirate. And also there's a possibility of the Straw Hat Grand Fleet approaching and arriving at Wano to help Luffy against a greater threat such as this. Because the arrival of the Grand Fleet is going to make a lot of sense, because it is stated back in the Dressrosa that the Grand Fleet would be involved in an incident that will make their name cause shocks throughout the world. And this will put their names in history books. So I'm sure this is the best chance for them to actually aid and get their name out there, because they are going up against two Yonkos, and we know how powerful Kaido is on his own. Now adding Big Mama, this makes him crazy. So I do think the Straw Hat Grand Fleet is gonna show up. Also, Marco and the remnants of the Whitebeard Pirate would also show up. Weevil might join Marco and the remnants of the Whitebeard Pirate. Weevil, the last time we saw, was being attacked by Marines. He's not gonna get captured. He's gonna defeat the Marines. Right after that, I could see him have a chat with Marco, and Marco explained to him that his Whitebeard's treasure was not good or helping people, and Weevil might have a change of heart and come to Wano to help help Straw Hat, who Whitebeard trusted his will in, and also whose Ace will lives on in. So I do think the Whitebeard Pirates, the remnants will be coming. The Grand Fleet will be coming. I will make a video on the Grand Fleet later. So if you want me to drop that video, comment down below when you want me to drop that video. I'll be dropping that video soon. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe to my channel. There are more details to talk about, and this is just a rough preview about matchups I think what happened in Wano. This arc is gonna be the best arc once we are done with the chapter, and hopefully we get to see Katakuri in Wano, because Katakuri will join Luffy in fighting off against Big Mama and Kaido, and we know Katakuri is so strong that if he joins the alliance, oh my god! And let's say he joins Luffy, or after the battle he joins the Straw Hat Grand Fleet. Oh my god, it's gonna be crazy. Then the Straw Hat, it's no contest. They're gonna be the strongest rookie pirate crew in the new world. So Ayonko is going down in this arc. It might be Kaido, it might be Big Mama, but Ayonko is definitely going down. The arrival of Blackbeard is a possibility. The arrival of Shanks is a possibility, because you know Shanks moves with the tide. Whenever things are getting too out of hand, Shanks is the one who had to come and slow things down. So I do think all the Yonkos will be present in Wano. And once this happens, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing. Big Mama might not die here and move. Her story might continue in the story dealing with Elbaf, where the giants reside. That's where we get to know more about what Big Mama did and why the Giants hate Big Mama a lot. So there's a possibility of the story continuing in Elbaf, and this will make it the longest arc in One Piece. So that's what I think what happened in the war, and these are my predictions. Comment down below possible matchup you think will happen. I'll reply to any comment I see down below. And hey, don't be shy. One Piece community, this discussion is just crazy. One Piece greatness. So, Anime Eclipse here, and I'm out.